Hello YouTube world. So I am back with another dessert recipe because Valentine's Day is coming up and I am making treats for my coworkers and family. So I thought that I would bring you along for this video because it is a super simple 4-ingredient cookie recipe. Super simple, and I'm all about simple and good. I made these cookies or a version of these cookies for my coworkers for a meeting that we had, and they absolutely love them. So 4 ingredients: your boxed cake mix, 2 eggs. This is from Esther. This is from Runtbird. And a 1/2 cup of oil. And a 1/2 cup of any add-ins that you might want. Now, I'm actually making this a 5-ingredient cake mix, boxed cake mix cookie recipe, because anytime I do any type of boxed cake mix hack, I always add a package of instant pudding. So I am making chocolate cookies, so I'm going to add a 5th ingredient, which is a box of instant pudding mix. So I've got my oven preheated to 350 degrees, or it's currently preheating. And this is as simple as it gets. We all have boxed cake mixes on our shelves. They are a product that goes on sale quite a bit. They come in tons of different flavors. And they're always something that we have on hand, for sure. Add in chocolate pudding mix. I think that adding pudding mixes to your cakes makes them a little more rich and moist and gives them a little bit of that sort of decadent consistency that you see or that you get from like professional bakeries. 1/2 cup of oil. Two eggs. It's Runtbird's egg. She's a Barred Rock. And Esther, my Easter egger. All right, now the 1/2 cup of add-ins. Now I am adding M&Ms, Valentine's Day themed M&Ms, so they're pink, a couple different pinks, white and red. Now I'm gonna add most of them. And I'm gonna, you know what, I'll add all of them. I have some extras to put on the top once we're done. So you could, this is chocolate cake mix, so you could also add like mini chocolate chips. That would be excellent. I've done that in cakes before, the boxed cake mix hack recipe that I have a video on. I've done that, added mini chocolate chips before. You could also add crushed up Thin Mints. That would be really, really good. I might have to try that one here soon. Yeah, that sounds really good. All right, so now that we have all of our ingredients in the mixer, I will put the protector on and we'll mix them up. Alright, I mixed it for a couple minutes, got everything combined, and you will notice that this is a very dense cookie mix. So what we're going to do now is I will, let's see, move this out of the way. So this is what we have. See how thick it is? Now what I really like is using a 1-inch ice cream scooper with the release. It makes the cookies come out perfectly, and you never have any issues. They're all the same size. So it's really simple, just like that. Pop it onto your baking mat. And this goes really quick too. Much faster than if you were to roll out balls or use a regular teaspoon. And you really want to pack it in there so that it keeps its shape. Put them a couple inches apart so they don't grow together. Those are chocolate pieces, chocolate candy pieces. They're very fudgy. All right, I have 15 on this baking sheet. I'm going to put them in a preheated 350-degree oven for 9 to 12 minutes, just to where they're set in the center. So I'm gonna have another batch, probably of about 15. So I'll come back when I pull these out of the oven. All right, I just pulled these out of the oven. You can see how yummy they look. They keep their shape really, really well. You can see they didn't spread very much, so you can fit a lot on one cookie sheet. And I ended up baking these for 12 minutes. It depends, between 9 and 12 minutes. Just keep an eye on them. So I'm going to let these cool just a few minutes here and get them onto a cooling sheet, and then get the pan loaded up again for the last batch. And then we'll come back and top them with a little bit of powdered sugar and get them packaged up for my coworkers and family for Valentine's Day. So they're done. I ended up with 29 cookies using the 1-inch ice cream scoop. So 29 cookies, that's pretty good. Now I want to do a very light dusting of powdered sugar, just to add a little fun to the cookies. So I have a little strainer, sifter, a tiny one, and then just like a couple tablespoons of powdered sugar. So I've also put my cooling rack back over my baking sheet so that I make less of a mess. So I'm going to add a little bit here, just a tablespoon or so, and then just gently tap the sifter, so give a little snowy dusting of powdered sugar to these box cake mix cookies. So I made these prior to Valentine's Day, so I used candies that were pink and red and white. You could use other candies for other holidays. If you're making these cookies near any holiday, you can always find color themed candies for different holidays. Soon you'll find the pastel colors for Easter, the green and white colors for St. Patrick's Day. So you can, ooh, that one got a little much. So you can use any of those colored candies to match your theme or time of year. Alright, so that is it. This is the 29th cookie, so I'm going to try it. And I'll show you close up here. There. So you can see how cakey and dense they are. Alright, I'll do a taste test. Those are really good. They're really fudgy. I use the Devil's Food cake mix for this particular recipe. That may be why it's a little fudgy. I will say, I baked these for 12 minutes. I would go a little less. Maybe 10 or 11 minutes. I've even done them before, only 9 minutes, but I would say a couple minutes less than what I did. Alright, so then I got these Valentine's Day themed resealable bags from Walmart a few weeks ago. So I'm going to, they have Happy Valentine's Day on the front, and then the back has a warning in English and Spanish for suffocation. Interesting. Alright, so I think I'll put, there's 28 cookies. I might put 4 cookies in each bag. These would be great with a glass of milk. I'm like craving milk right now. Here we go. Alright, so I hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you enjoyed this boxed cake mix hack. I have a ton of others, so if you're interested in any more boxed cake mix hacks, leave me a note at the bottom, leave me a comment. I'd be happy to make videos. I like easy peasy hacks that are quick, easy, and delicious, and that cost pennies. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.